Good morning. That's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Uh, it's 8 o'clock here in East Texas. I don't know about you, where you're at. Good morning, Lisa. All right, good morning. Uh, Chris, you dropped to number 2. Good morning, Charlie. Kate, Jessica, Chris. Uh, I know you're late. It's okay, sweetie. Betty Lou, Rose, Ronnie Neal. Good morning, Ronnie. Uh, Chatted with Ronnie just a few minutes ago. His brother's still in the hospital. Not doing good, guys, so keep him in your prayers, okay? Name is Donnie. Ronnie and Donnie. Uh, they're twins. Uh, Good morning, Jennifer, and Cynthia, and Dot. Good morning, Marcia. Dot sent me a picture last night of uh, some wrestlers that she'd run up on. Won't know if Lex still into wrestlers. I said, well, not really. She said, no, not really. He's 13 now, and he's into football. And she was telling me, and because I knew that, I didn't know about the wrestlers, but yeah, he hasn't played with them or not played with them. He don't get them out much anymore. He's got them, but he don't get them out and show them off or anything. He used to. He'd go take a bath and he'd put them all around the bathtub. I don't. Yeah, kids are. But he's 13 now. He's growing up. Worked on a farm this summer. With his dad. He's growing up. Uh, my eyes a little blurry this morning. I don't know why I slept good last night. I finally had a good night's sleep. I see old Dan pulling out for work. I know he probably like a hat like you. You drive by, look at, there's Dad. Look at that hat. He's so dapper. Probably not. Uh, Good morning, guys. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, he's such a big shot. He can't even look over at his dad this morning. That what cut him out of the wheel. Cut him out. Uh, yeah, he's on the phone. I guess he's already got calls coming from work. I drove with him one time to oh Fredericksburg or somewhere like that, way out kind of West Texas. We went out to church camp was out there, and they was fixed to come back. And they had several people help take them all out there, but didn't have enough people to bring them all back, bring the luggage back. They had room in the van for the kids, but wasn't really no room for all the luggage. So Dan said he'd drive out and get their luggage. And I rode with him, and that whole trip, I bet we didn't talk 10 minutes because he was on the phone at work phone, constantly. What about this? He'd tell them what to do with that, where to go with that, or they need a crew over here, they need a crew over there. And it was just the whole way out there. It seemed like on the way back. But I don't really care for that country. I like green trees. I like pine trees, and that's what I like. You get on out past Conroe or uh, somewhere up that way, Hempstead or wherever other side, 30, 40, 50 miles from here going west, you start getting out of the pine trees altogether. Just start getting into just live oaks. And they're pretty too. And the further you go, you get out of that. Get into cactus. Yeah. Anyway, everything's good here. My crew yesterday run out of paint. They didn't finish up their painting. They're going to put the squeeze on me, I'm afraid. We got the stain. She and Kim went pick the stain all up and everything, and I hope they got enough. If they don't, they got to make a quick run back down and get more because we got to stain that plywood before this weekend. Ted's coming Saturday morning to put it up. Now we want it stained. Whether we have time to come back on it right now with some type of poly or something like that to give it a shine, I don't know. If we have time, we will. But stain it first and then we'll see what our timeline looks like, but we can't have it still wet when he gets here. It's got to be dry. The stain will dry almost immediately. It dries quick. It soaks into the wood. It dries quick. And we had several suggestions, different things, and some of the things I've used before, but they had already set on a stain that they got, and so we'll see how it works out. Hope it's what they want. All right, Anna Maria Piazza is telling everybody good morning. If she missed somebody, she's telling you now. Michelle was telling me about, and name skipped me. You know, they skipped me about the lady that's 103 years old and had a birthday. Not Jean, yeah, Jean. I think her name is Jean. We sang to her on Monday, but we sang so many birthday songs on Monday. I did forget it was Monday, and I didn't. Yeah, a friend named Jean, 103. I'm gonna show you her picture, guys. I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Lady's 103. Now listen, that her daughter's 70. Yeah. She was still driving at 99. At 99. We got some prayer requests I see coming across here. Brenda, yes, pray for her. Susan needs prayer. Aaron needs prayer. God knows her needs, so just pray for them. And I'm sure there's others out here that need prayer this morning. Lester and Jamie know over their cow situation. You know, when you have animals that are suffering, you suffer too, you know. You can't relax and say, well, okay, I'm going to take a break because that animal's not taking a break. It's, you know, same way if you got loved ones, you know. More, you know, it's different. I know it's different when you got a loved one, but I'm just saying, you know, you still suffer along with them. So good morning to all you folks. Lots of prayer, little hands coming up. Thank y'all so much praying for all these folks. Aaron needs prayer too. I said, yeah. Monday, I don't know what happened to me Monday. I don't know. I've just days kind of run together sometimes. You know, had a lot on my schedule going, a lot of things I was trying to do, a lot of stuff, and you don't have time just to stop, relax, and do nothing. And I needed some do nothing time. Yeah, I needed me and Buster and Woody and Kippy. Being Lexi gone back to his mom's. Kippy's my buddy again, although he's still asleep in the house. I tell you about Kippy at night. Now, when Lex is here, he sleeps with Lexi. He's right beside Lexi, you know. But he don't sleep with me, and he don't sleep with G. He has a little pallet, not a pallet. It's what he's like, big soft footstools, what you call them. Where you put, you know, sit in the chair, you put your feet up on them. It's a real big soft one, and it's right between our beds. And it's got like a little blanket on it, and he gets in it, and G covers him up. Crazy. Because I don't want him on my bed. He gets under the cover down by my feet, and next thing you know, he's got the cover pulled off my feet. I don't know how he does it. And G has too many over her. Yeah. And so anyway, G makes him a little bed, and he loves it. He goes there and gets in bed, and she comes, when it gets time to bed, she covers his little butt up so he be warm. So he got it made, even when Lex is not here. He got it made better when Lex is here. Okay, your granddaughter's birthday is today. What's her name? I gotta get my marker. Yesterday, we was over here, and little Tiki Dog got my marker. He took it to run away. And I said, gee, you got my marker. She get my marker. Well, time she got it, he done chewed the end up on it. So I got me another one this morning. It's red. Uh, so today's your granddaughter's first birthday. What's her name? Let's get some names here on her birthday list, okay? I'm ready. Uh, thank you. The house is coming along pretty good. My painters run out of paint yesterday. They supposed to be back today. Uh, your birthday was yesterday. I didn't get that name. You know, it's a bad thing about it. They come by fast and the names are kind of faded. I don't get the names right. Don't. So give me those names again. Georgia, okay. Georgia Lynn. Georgia Lynn. And Anna. Okay. Wanda. I can tell right now. Y'all trying to. Is it Rebecca? Rebecca. All right. Karen, happy birthday to your husband. We need a name here. Uh, your brother Steve. Christine. Or is it Christina? I didn't get it. We'll go with Christine. Uh, yeah, Christine. Okay. I thought it's Christina. I got it. Okay. Somebody saying Christine. Somebody says Christina. So, come on, guys. Y'all mess me up here. And I got Rebecca. Uh, I'm gonna run over the list here with you in just a minute. For somebody not on here, you got to tell me because sometimes I don't get all these names down. Uh, yeah, happy birthday to all our people, uh, and those that want to be. Angela, and okay. Uh, Angela was on Monday. That's fine, Angela. Hey, it's okay. We don't mind being late if you don't mind it. Yeah, lots of birthdays here. I'm gonna go over the list here in just a few minutes. Just trying to check, make sure there's any more. And then I have to give y'all that warning. Yeah, little Jake had his on Monday. Mondays, and I said he would have his birthday on Monday, and it was Monday. Somebody said, "Well, it's Monday, PawPaw." Oh yeah, yeah. I wouldn't go blank. I didn't go blank. I just wasn't thinking what day it was. Okay. All right. Nakaya. I got to think how to spell that again. All right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over this list. If there's any more, we're going to start a new list. Okay? I got Georgia, Anna, Wanda, Rebecca, Steve, Christine, Angela, and Nakaya. Oh, your nephew, the Jake. All right, there's a Jake. Okay. Evan, and I didn't get the second name. Evan. Or is that Yvonne? I don't know. We'll just do it. Evan, if it's wrong, I'll say, oh, PawPaw don't pronounce words real good. Hey, Ricardo. I see Ricardo last night had a live going with him and his little chicks and stuff. There's beautiful scenery in the background. Had a little fire going. I liked that. Uh, we had company and I couldn't sit with him the whole time. Black cat. Uh-oh. Mick, don't start no trouble. And Seamus is over here in the chair. They come out here all day long. I think they ready to move. I think they ready to move. And Roman comes out here all the time. So Ronnie is doing okay. I talked to Ronnie earlier today. He hadn't got no word yet on Donnie. Uh, Donnie is not doing well as yesterday, but better than it was the day before. I think he had really got in bad shape, and I tell you, it's something that come up, and yeah, yes, Ronnie, of mine, the the hospice people told him if he took him back to the hospital, the home on hospice, that they would they would drop it. They would drop him. From there, and his wife got very upset about that, and anyway, so they come back and said, no, we're not. When he comes back home, we'll be there. So hopefully they got that worked out. I've had others tell me that that's happened to them. My mom, we kept my mom at home. When she was in G's dad. My dad passed in the hospital. He was in the hospital when he passed, and G's mom, she passed here with a heart attack just early one morning. But her dad, G's dad, developed dementia, and we kept him with us right up to the last. And it's hard, but you do it for your family. You do it. And my mom, they put her on hospice. She had cancer, and so we stayed with her. My sister come over from Louisiana, stayed with her day and night. And one of my cousins that lived over in Louisiana come over with her. They both stayed day and night, and then we was always there during the day, everything, and when we could be, until she passed. And you try to we try to keep our folks here at home if we can. That's I know when my time comes, I want to be here. I don't want to be somewhere else. You know, this is it's where I belong, right here. Yeah. Okay. Uh, 73 degrees in Ohio this morning. Well, it's going to be hotter than that here. I can tell you that right now. It's hotter than that right now. Uh, don't hurt nobody, Buster. We had a little sleepover again last night. I'm going to tell y'all what. Uh, Little Carter. Little Carter spent the other night here. Didn't think I'd ever get her to go home. You need to go home, little girl. You need to go home. Don't, Papa. You need to go home, kid. How long are you going to stay, kid? Tonight? No, you can't stay again tonight. Well, she did. She was here last night. She's really by herself. You don't even know she's here. You don't even know she's here. She comes out and tell you something or show you something, and you go back in and comes out and wants this or that to eat, or can't you have this or that? Well, yeah, we get it for you, or she'll get it, whatever. But besides that, last night. She come and told you that she didn't want to sleep in that dress she had on. She wanted a different dress. Well, she had to take her shower and all that, I guess. But anyway, so G had to get her another dress to sleep in. What's the difference, kid? But anyway, yeah, and then Birdie sleeps with her. And she don't mind. Carly and Coda Bear, they get so upset with Birdie, but uh, Carter don't mind. Birdie gets in the bed, and Birdie goes to sleep with the kid. If there's a kid here, Birdie's going to be in the bed with her. That's just the way it is. All right. She is cute and talks. Carter can talk like an adult almost. She just carry on a conversation with you and don't get embarrassed. Such a lovely little kid. Wants to hug everybody. We They come to dinner or they come over, or they just her and Bree and Cash come in the door. She goes to run, hug everybody in the house. So, okay. I'm trying to see who's asking for prayers this morning. I've got, Susan and Aaron and Lester and Jamie and them. Uh, And also remember all these kids going back to schools, okay, throughout the country or throughout the world, actually. Schools are not like they used to be, okay? They're not like they used to be. So keep them in your prayers. Uh, it's raining up there. Steve said they've already got 2 inches of rain today there in Tennessee. We had a flash storm blew through here yesterday. I'd went in and fixed me something to eat, and it sat down on the couch, and all of a sudden I heard this, and it was hot outside, hot. And I heard this roar, and I look out the window, and it's coming down. My mule is parked out there in the rain with some tools in the back of it. I jumped up, I run out, jumped on it, my running as fast as I could go, drove over to the carport and parked it, then run back in the house, and I'm soaking wet. In the house, you could hang meat in that house in there. She got so cold, and then I'm about to freeze. I went and got a dry shirt on and a blanket wrapped up in it. She comes, well, see, the thing was, she was over here, and she got caught in it coming across the yard, so she was wet. She goes, "Oh, it's so cold here." I said, yeah, whose fault's that? Uh, anyway, we got a heavy rain yesterday. It didn't last long. Then it went away. The sun popped back out. The humidity's climbed way back up there. Yeah, that's the way it is. Got to go, Ricardo. Take care, buddy. You take care. He has to go to work. Yeah, he did a live yesterday. It was really neat. I watched it for a little bit, and then we had the company come in. I had to cut him off. Had to cut him off. He is a hard worker. Yeah, prayers for Lester. So anyway, let's get us I didn't see who all. I think Michelle's husband needed prayer, and I don't know his name. Okay. Uh, yeah, G come in last night. She said, "You know what? One thing we got to have is we're going to have some gutters put on the front porch because there's not a big overhang on this house." And he says the rain comes off when it's coming off hard like that and kind of blowing. It come down, it would hit on the handrails and splatter. So we'll have to get somebody that knows what they're doing. Not some of these jacklegs around here like myself. I put gutters on that one over there. Wished I hadn't. We have great overhang over there. But I don't like gutters. I like to see the water come on. Not in a spout somewhere. That's just me. But it put them up there because the water was coming off sometimes so hard in the G's flower bed. It kept washing but there's not a flower bed there now. It's got those old 4 o'clocks. You can't hurt them with a bulldozer. Can't hurt them. And they're growing up so tall, I've already cut them back down to the top of the rail so you sit on the swing, you see out. Then now you can't see out no more. They back up the ceiling. I got to cut them again. I had to chop back a little bit from where the little hummingbird feeder is. The hummingbird couldn't even get in there to eat. So I had to chop it back a little bit. I may do that today. Hospice workers are good. Someone saying, they are good. There's a glare on my glare. I can't really see those names real well. They were good for my mom. They were. They come and they come every day, and my sister, like I say, stayed there, and my cousin, day and night. But the hospice come every day, and they're so good with my mom, and they're good folks. And they were coming here for G's dad. Had a lady come several days, well, maybe every day. I can't remember now. It was every day she come or every other day or something like that. But we had him and we took care of him. Good morning, Vera. Vera posted a picture this morning. Looked like she's in Hollywood somewhere. Looking good, sweetie. Looking good. I think Carla's probably back home with that. Yeah, I see Carla. Mary's telling Carla good morning. She's over that lip. It'll be probably good till next year, I sang to her. Maybe her husband put You know, people having pain, they put a stick in their mouth or a piece of leather, let them chew on it. Next year, he'll stick something in their mouth, and you chew on it. Don't bite yourself. Uh, y'all might want to do that too this morning before I sing. If you're there alone and there's nobody to hold your hands away or hold you back so you can't bite yourself, and I start singing, maybe get you a stick, you know, or a piece of a belt, leather belt. That's good. Don't hurt your teeth. Okay, so we're fixing to do it. We're fixing to do it. All right, get that out of the way here. My little board just about covered up. I've got Georgia, Anna, Wanda, Rebecca, Steve, Christine, Angela, Nakaya, Jake, and Yvonne. Or Evan. Is it? It must be Yvonne, huh? Would that be Yvonne? You know I am with names. Oh, I am. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm looking. Uh, Someone had a hip replacement. Says, watch out for complications. She had no complications to hers at all. But my cuz, y'all know cuz, his wife has had both hips replaced, and both times by the same doctor she used. It's just the person. She has had problems with both bruising, severe bruising, and skin turned all kinds of colors and stuff, looking, crazy, and little aches and pains. So the same doctor, same hospital, just different people. She had no problem. She'd come home, got out of the car, and walk right in the house. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Get ready now, please. Hold on to yourself here. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Georgia, Anna, Wanda, Rebecca, Steve. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I couldn't say them all. Happy birthday, Christine, Angela, Nakaya, Jake, Yvonne. Happy birthday to you. I added that extra just for you. Okay. Now, I didn't bring my little kazoo out this morning. I about got everybody gun shy of me. They see me walk in, I got that kazoo. Oh no, not now. Not now. We watching TV. Not now. We talking. Not now. I'm on the phone. Uh, I'm getting pretty good at it too. Pretty good. All right. Uh, today, yeah, cha cha cha. Today, they're going to try to finish the paint. I told y'all that. I've got, I've got to do a video, and I'm going to tell you about it real quick. And I'm hoping you'll not only watch it, that you'll give some good compliments about it, good comments. You may not ever buy it, may not, but I've got to. I've started it, but I never finished it. But I got to finish it today. And I don't know, 25, 30-minute video, whatever, 20-minute, whatever. Thing is, it was one of these e-trikes, and I picked it for myself. For myself, because it's got all these fancy whistles and stuff on, fancy stuff. Well, I picked the wrong color, because I should have picked the color I did. She saw it, and she thinks, listen, don't tell her. I'm not one to deceive her a lot, or only in emergencies. Only when it's life or death do I lie to her. But she saw the colors teal. She loves teal. Oh, it's like a new honeymoon. She's thanking me so much for getting her at bite. What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, baby, I got it for you. But but I got to finish that video. Dan wrote it. He loved it. I wrote it. It's really nice. And then G wants to write it today, and I want to try it. That's all I want to do is just get her on it for my video, and then I'm going to get it posted. Maybe Friday. I don't know. Try to get it maybe for Friday. I need to get it out. I don't like to get a product, you know, and just let it sit there. I don't like doing that. But anyway, so I'm giving you fair warning. Say something nice about it, and don't tell G I didn't get it for her. Let her think that. It don't hurt her to think that. Ronnie, don't you tell. He'll be the first one. He'll be the first one to want to rat me out. Oh, I've been ratted out a few times. Or they go and tell Kim. Telling Kim is like telling the newspaper, the radio station. It's going to get broadcasted. Yeah, you can't tell Kim that neither. Although Kim and I don't think comes back and rats me out when we go places together. And I tell her things I probably shouldn't, like thinking about her mama. Oh, your mama's crazy, Kim. Your mama's a nut. I'm gonna tell Dad. I'm telling you. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes for. My eyes just ain't focusing good here. And I slept good last night. Had a shower this morning. I'm awake. But maybe allergies. Allergies kind of mess me up here. Okay. Anyway, my plans today is to do that video. Ivan and Miracle wanted out last night. Now listen, I went out last night to bring them in, bring everybody in, close them in. And here comes little Gidget and all the goats come running in. I give them treats and I'm calling Ivan. I can hear him. I hear him. He'd answer me, but he would not come. I said, uh-oh, something's going on with Ivan. So I get on the mule and I drive down the pasture. He's down at that back gate. Him and Miracle both standing wanting out. Cows are all grazing. I guess he wanting out with the cows. So I opened the gate. He comes running out, meeting all the cows, telling them all hi. Miracle who was there at the gate too, you stood there. I don't know, what am I supposed to do, PawPaw? Get your butt out. And she walks out. Oh yeah, God love her. You know, when you raise something on a lot, and I've talked about this before, you know, whether it be a goat or a puppy or a cat or anything, or a cow. And I think that's what one of the things Lester's going through now. I think what the cow that had a problem with is one of his bottle babies. Well, they become like, you love all your animals, but when you raise one where you become mom and dad to that animal, and they look at you like that, and then you lose it. You lose any of it, it hurts, but you lose one of those, it's just like a little old Dot and my little man Owen. That hurt, you know, because they were like, and you get to looking at them like they're your kids too. That kind of crazy look, maybe, but you do. You know, you don't want to lose no goat. You don't want to lose no animal. You don't want to lose no puppy or nothing. But when you raise one, you know, and it looks to you for its love, it looks to you for its food, you know. And then you lose it. And you know in your heart, you know, they how they looking at you. You know, I'd go out and sit down, I would come hop up my lap, little old Dot too. And not because they wouldn't even be feeding time, but they just want to get there and love mama or love daddy, whatever, however they looked at me, you know. Here comes the sanitation man. I had a let him get back first. When I first went to work at the school, There was a gentleman here in our neighborhood who had a garbage route. He had a little garbage truck, and he picked up garbage at different houses. And he got paid so much a month for each house. And he made good money. Good money, seriously, he did. And he only picked up here in Plum Grove. And he had like a contract with the city that no one else could come in and pick up garbage here in the Plum Grove. He had like a franchise. And but he wanted to retire. And he come along, and it was a one-day-a-week thing. He said, talking one day, he said, "You be interested in that? I'll sell it to you, sell you my part, you know." Well, I did. I thought it over. I told you about it, and it would be good extra money. We do it on Saturdays, you know, Saturday deal. It wouldn't interfere with, you know, work, school, nothing. And we did. We did do it. And it's actually kind of fun. It wasn't, you know, garbage all in bags. It was all bagged. It wasn't like loose stuff. I only had one that wanted to put out loose stuff, and I had to tell him, I said, "Look, we can't handle that loose stuff. It'll just sit there all week in that can, you know, nasty. You got to put it in a bag, buddy." Anyway, he finally started. But anyway, then it was sometimes my dad would go, and my dad had fun doing it. He said, I'll go with you today, you know, tell G I'll go. All right, because, you know, she could drive, and I'd throw stuff, and boys would go and ride on the back, and they were little garbage men. They did a good job, too. Both of them. That's why they're strong. That's why they're strong. I made them strong with letting them toss garbage bags. But so that bag was heavy. And there's a real attractive lady up the road. I've told the story before. Very attractive lady, and she had this big bag sitting out one day, and I pulled up, stopped my dad. My dad wasn't a real big man. I think we get our size from my mom's side of the family. They were Germans and German descent. They were all bigger people. But my dad jumps out and grabs that bag. He's tossed it. That bag come apart. It's full of underclothes. And they come, they rain it down on him. You know, panties, bras, stuff like that. I ain't gonna say what he said, but anyway, I'm looking at him in the mirror, and I can't help him because I'm laughing. Finally, I get out, and he's out there, and he's picking them up, put them back in this torn bag. I said, "Dad, just throw them over the top, throw them over the top." Oh yeah, we had fun. Yeah. My dad, he had a sense of humor too, kind of a dry sense of humor, you know. I remember one time G was, I'd got this little horse, and she was trying to ride it. Good looking little horse, and it kept going around in circles on her. And he was standing there propped up on the fence, you know, and she said, "What's wrong with him, PawPaw?" "Well, maybe he's probably looking for a place to lay down. Maybe you're too heavy," and she wasn't heavy at all back then. Well, it's still not heavy. Oh, PawPaw. He was an awesome guy. Yeah, anyway, I had one of those for a while. Then I ended up selling it too later on. I got to where time was, just didn't have the time. The route was building. You know, it's building up where you needed more than one day. So I sold it to another fellow. Actually sold it to a man on the school board. He had asked me about it several times, and when I got ready, I called him. He still there. He said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll agree on a price," and I sold that part to him. Later on, I think he sold part of it to another fellow here in Plum Grove. Further, the route had kept building back here. You know, country folks for years had just done whatever with their garbage, but it was getting modern. You had to have somebody come pick it up for you. It's a good business. A lot of work. Didn't matter if it was rainy or shiny or cold or wet, whatever, you had to go and do it. You know, it was like the mail. The mail must go through, but the garbage had to get picked up. You miss somebody, you see what happens. Your phone will be ringing off the hook. All right. So my job today is to finish that video, and I think, and tomorrow, our plans, and I'll come over try it today sometime and catch these guys working. I think Dan said he's done his part as far as what he's trying to do on the sheetrock, you know, the taping and floating and stuff, and sanding. And I think most of it now is just the primer. She calls it the paint that holds the paint. That's what she told me last night. Was over here. Her and I come over for a while set, and she's telling me about where she's gonna put this furniture and that furniture. Should, don't you think the TV would look good over here? And you know, and our issue, she and I only have one issue. Well, first off, you know, the desk thing come up a few weeks back. The desk is coming, and it's coming if it sits on the porch. It's coming. But they've supposedly got a spot for it. But, and she thought, well, you could put your desk over here. Put your desk over here. And at least they all know it's coming. And so, but now she says, I don't know, do we think we need both couches? We have two sofas look just like us. Yes. Yeah. I said, on Sundays, Sunday dinners, we barely have enough place for people to sit now, baby. I says, and we're going to be squeezed down even tighter. We got to have those chairs. Well, I could bring such and such. And I said, no, we want both sofas. You know, they're nice sofas. They recline on both ends. Recline. They're comfortable. They got to come. So we're going to work them in here. It may be a little tight, but we're working them in here. So we sat last night just over here and just kind of looked at stuff like that. And I'll come back today and aggravate the painters. You know, they need aggravation. And get that kind of done. Tomorrow, though, tomorrow is Thursday. See, I know where I'm at today. I know it's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday, and then there's Thursday. We are going to start staining that plywood. It's all stacked up in there. Bree and I and Ben brought it in, stacked up and covered. So it's going to get, we're going to set up sawhorses in there and take one sheet at a time, lay it up, you know, the good side up. If it needs sanding a little bit, it's got a rough spot, we'll sand it real quick, wipe it off good, and then we're going to start staining. And as we finish one, we'll prop it upside the wall. Now, because Saturday, Ted's coming, he's going to put it all up. And it's got to be done. And then we'll come back then, get all of our trim work and start putting up our trim around the tops and the bottom, the little battens coming down over the cracks and maybe in between them and stuff like that. And we'll be staining those too and putting them up. So those are things we got to get done. And we got to be ready. The painting's got to be done today. Or it ain't gonna get painted. I ain't gonna have nobody painting the ceilings, and I'm in there putting stain on my walls. Can't do it. So hopefully that ceiling is finished. At least the big room where we're gonna be working. Bedrooms, they can take their time in there. G says she thinks they're done. She says, yeah, that's the paint on the paint. Now all I gotta do is finish the other paint. Okay. So I think that'll be done today, I think. Now, did I miss any birthdays? I see someone saying something about a birthday. If I missed a birthday, let me know. Oh, Nancy. You just hang on, Nancy. Nancy had a birthday. So, Nancy, now I'm going to tell you, if you're the only one I'm singing to here on this one, it's going to be hard for you to resist, okay, the biting. You know, biting starts, you know, I've seen it. Well, I've got witnesses. It's happened. Thomas saw it happen up in Alaska. Now we're talking about an Alaskan lady. Shoot herself almost her elbows. And then there's Carla, down here in the country. Shoot on her lip. Almost bit it off. I probably shouldn't sing, you know. Probably should. But anyway, Nancy, you're gonna get it here in just a minute. I'm making sure there's nobody else. Uh, Anybody else? And if you're having a birthday today or tomorrow, yeah, we'll be back Friday. Or yesterday. We're ready. We're ready. All right, there's prayers for Leanne. Has breast cancer. Uh, there's different ones here telling you guys ask for prayer. Y'all see them at the same time I'm seeing them, so make sure y'all you pray for these folks. You know, you just see the name, or just pray for everybody that needs a prayer. You know, God knows who's needed, and it's a special thing. I think, just me, when God sees someone asking for prayer, because He knows they're a believer. You know, and that's just the way I think. When I see someone ask for prayer, that means they are a believer. Because somebody don't believe in it, anything, they ain't gonna ask for it. I don't think. My opinion. Don't count, right? All right, Nancy. It's on, baby. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nancy. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Somebody gonna say it here in a minute. Cha cha cha. All right. Now we got her out of the way. She's probably right now chewing on herself. I hope somebody's holding her back. Uh, yeah, there we go, Jennifer. Cha cha cha. Uh, yeah, thank you, sweetie. Anna Maria Piazza. I don't know why that name just kind of sticks with me. I guess because I think I pronounce it good. You know, when I pronounce somebody's name good, I usually say it over and over and over. Usually I mess people's names up pretty good. Uh, yes, thank you, Debbie. Prayers for everybody that needs it, you know. Uh, Thank you, Donna. Very sweet. Susan, thank y'all. Peggy, good morning. Peggy Irwin. I talked to Peggy, there's Peggy Coleman. I talked to her the other day. Uh, oh, yeah, it hurt my feelings, Peggy. I called her back and she says, oh, I didn't mean to. What? I'm just picking on you, sweetie. I worked with a lady. God love her. She passed away now. She was on my bus, my aide, and a beautiful lady, and sang like just. But after she retired, she'd call sometimes, and in her phone book or in her, you know, in her phone, she had my name and number, and then she had her niece's name, Jean, also. And although it's spelled different, she just was just Jean, and she hit call Jean, and it, that voice stuff, it would call me. And I'd say, hello. She said, oh, Gene, I'm so sorry. I was calling. Well, that's a way to hurt somebody's feelings. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And I always picked at her. But yeah, she was a sweet lady. Uh, Quick story about her. Uh, she was my age. And a beautiful little lady. She was very petite, very sweet, very good Christian woman. And always talking about Jesus. And she was always singing to the kids. Beautiful voice. And her husband passed away. And it really been married 50 years or whatever, and it really just they had one child, and after he got grown and moved away, it was just those two, and then all of a sudden that was half her world, or her whole world is almost, taken, and it really hurt her. uh, and you just kind of see her going downhill, you know. And so she went ahead and retired. And and anyway, uh, long story short, she had a couple of sisters that were also widowers, or widows. I'm sorry. Yeah, widows. Widower's the guy, right? Okay. And so she just kind of hung out with them. You know, they, I guess, had something in common, or plus being sisters. But anyway, she finally got sick and passed away. But I had so much fun with her. I'd see her sometimes and chat with her, you know, and I'd go buy a Jack in the Box sometime on the way home, you know, after she'd retired to get me something, get Heidi a breakfast jack, and she'd come in there, we'd have a cup of coffee, you know, or I'd see her in there and I'd go and have a cup of coffee with her. Sweet, sweet lady, but yeah. She called me and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I wouldn't call you." Well, thanks a lot, Piggy. I just pick it on you, sweetie. Uh, it'd be like Ronnie calling me and then say, "Oh, I was trying to call my friend Jimmy or my friend Steve." Well, thanks, Ronnie. Don't call back. I'm just picking, guys. All right, look here. We get down to the end of time here. I can't just keep on rattling on. Uh, happy, happy, joy, joy. All right, I like that. Uh, good morning, Steve and Sue. Uh, awesome folks. Uh, they called with some good ideas about the walls, about some stuff to use on them. And I'd used that stuff before. And it's very good stuff. But I think she and them already settled on a color they wanted or what they wanted. But it was a good idea. Good idea because I've used that before. In fact, I've used it on our ceiling. I got some ash paneling back years ago from a guy that had a bunch left over. Got a real good price on it. It's pretty expensive stuff, but I got a good price and it just left over. Enough to do my ceiling in my main uh, part of my house. I call it my big room, great room, what are you going to call it? And I used it on it, and it worked out real good. It's an oil. Very good stuff. It really brought the grain out, you know. Anyway, from San Diego. Good morning, San Diego. Okay, I haven't got to see all the places you guys are from this morning. Uh, uh, I know. Try to catch up on some of these comments here, guys. Miss Dallas, good morning. Thank you, Angela. South Australia, all right. All right. North Carolina. I love seeing these places where people are from. Ohio. Camp Pendleton. Well, I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. I don't want to go back. uh, yeah, Ohio. Canton, Ohio. There, Michigan. New Hampshire. NH, Ronnie stands for New Hampshire, in case you don't know Ronnie. I had to kind of help Ronnie along. California, all right. Alabama, been in California a lot of times. Uh, in Florida and Australia, there's Western Australia. And Australia's a big, big place, guys. Michigan, Ohio, Knoxville, Tennessee again this morning, Louisiana, okay, Illinois, Durham, North Carolina, North Texas, all right, Gulfport, Mississippi. Gulfport got that hurricane that time, that was bad. Tennessee, Colorado, Panhandle, okay. There's some kind of Springs, Colorado. Uh, we watch that show a lot. Uh, Lieutenant Joe Kenda, Colorado Springs. Homicide Hunter, that's the name of it. how many homicides he had solved. And the guy has to be good to solve that many homicides. But the thing was, I told you, I said, Lord, that's a lot of homicides from one town. I don't know how big it is. It must be a big city. But there's a lot of homicides from one guy. Yeah, Joe Kendall, yeah, he's awesome. To solve, being solving these crimes. He has to be good. Hampton are a good police department around him too. California, Ottawa, is Ottawa so? Derby, Kansas. Netherlands, all right. There's the Netherlands over here, guys. Florida again. I love seeing these places. But anyway, it just in my wildest dreams, I've had some wild dreams, don't get me wrong. I may still have one now and then. And I have scary ones too. I think about Ronnie sometimes. No, I did have Ronnie on my mind the other night. I think it's probably one of the reasons. Ronnie's a good friend of mine, and just I know they're suffering over there with his brother Donnie, and the whole family's down and out, and just went to bed with that on my mind, I guess, and didn't sleep well, and the next day I dragging all day long, just but anyway, dreams, yeah. And sometimes I have these crazy dreams. I mean, stupid dreams. Don't make sense, And a lot of times, they got flash flooding in East Tennessee. Oh, Lord, y'all have had it before. Sometimes I don't remember the dream when I wake up the next morning. I mean, I knew I had a dream at night, but what was that dream about? I can't remember to tell nobody. Maybe I shouldn't tell nobody. Born at Camp Pendleton. Kim was born in Camp Lejeune, the other Marine Corps base on the other side of the country. And there was I think 9 babies born before midnight. And so I didn't know if I got the right kid or not. Who knows? They tag them, but they may have missed a tag. Put on the wrong kid. That's who I come home with. Yeah, I always tell her, I said, I don't know, Kim, you might not even be mine because there's 9 kids born before midnight, and your mama didn't get there at about 9. So it's coming quick. It's coming quick. Funny thing was, seriously, I'm serious about this. These ladies coming in, and she'll tell you this is true, and they've just taken me at and I guess put the gowns on them, or what do they put on them, and they throw a sheet over them, and it's kind of like like you see something in a vet's office. And they come by now, and they raise the sheet up, check them, and go to the next one. And one lady over here screaming, so she thought, well, I guess I'm supposed to scream, so she starts screaming too. The lady, you okay, babe? Yeah. Be quiet. Wisconsin, good morning. But anyway, and then they, oh, okay, this is about ready. Roll her in. Doctors in there just one after another. Tag it. So Kim may have got the wrong tag. Who knows? I love her though. It don't matter. I'm stuck with her now. Yeah, I'm stuck with her, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be stuck with her. I'm proud of all my old kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and they can bring a smile to your face. They put a smile on your heart, and then you say, okay, it's time to go home. Go on, kid. All right. Ben came yesterday, and we got some things done. Ben had a doctor's appointment yesterday morning, so he didn't get to get here about noon. I said, Ben, from now on, by noon, it's hot. It's hot. I said, from now on the doctor days, just don't worry about trying to come over and work, because I'm done. I'm done at noon. I'm done, son. Well, I can come over and do whatever you need. No, I'd rather be out there with you. I don't want you out there in it either. So on your doctor day, we won't work that day. Or I mean, I will. I get mornings to do what I'm going to do in the earlier part of the day. But already, I'm about to start sweating already. But don't come at noon to work, 'cause The old PawPaw, he's burned out by then. He's ready to go sit in the shade. All right, guys. I've heard fire trucks all morning. I tell you what that's about. Here, out in this development, these guys are clearing lots, okay? And I understand that. They clear their lots. But you know, even though we had a rain yesterday, still things are dry. And clearing the lots, they get these little fires going, and they either don't watch them close, and anyway, the little fires get out. The next thing you know, the fire department's having to go out and put out these brush fires before it burns into somebody's property or somebody's house. So they're constantly going out and putting fires out. And I think some of them build a fire, get brush pile going, and then they go home or go eat or whatever. They come back, the whole neighborhood's burning. Anyway, all right, guys, I love y'all. I got to get out of here. Get over and get G and that little girl up, get them going. I know they're up, but get them going. And I've got everything turned on here. I turned everything off at night over here. I don't like the house being over here with stuff going, with no one here. It's just a fear I have. I would do the same thing with that house over yonder. If we are going to be gone, I'd probably turn everything off, except for the refrigerators. I would. And that is just a fear I have because my first home burned down. And I just always have this fear. I pray for them, but I still have this fear. So I just do it, and everybody says, oh, why does he do that for? Why does he do that for? I go through, click, turn your stuff off. Then I come back. And once we get over here, naturally, we're in here, I'll stay home. It must be a pretty good fire on this one. They got it going. They got several trucks going out there now. Guys, I love y'all. I'm going to get out of here, okay? Hope y'all have a great day. I hope we got everybody sung for. I hope we got everybody prayed for. We didn't see all the names on the prayer list, but, God knows who you are. Just pray for. And I do feel that way. People that ask for prayer, they believe, okay? I think that gets the attention up there. Yeah, I love you guys, okay? I love you. Y'all take care. Have a great day. And remember, and that video comes out about G's bike. Oh, PawPaw got G a bike. It's beautiful. Say good things about it. I love you guys. Y'all take care.